There he is. Can't hear you at all,
I
but it's
can't see him.
oh, I see him. I see that angry face, that frustrated
Can't.
face.
No,
All right, I can't.
I just had to fix the fucking sound.
Oh, there he is. Dude, I like how Mark's first comment was, "There he is." He said it like fucking long legs. There he is.
Oh no.
Okay, his voice wasn't high, but like still.
No, I'll imagine that it was up there. That's fine. I like that better.
The soon-to-be birthday boy.
Someone's birthday.
Chris brought his long legs today. Let me in right now. I'm sorry. I smoked before we started doing this.
Yeah, me too. And now you're
Uh,
sounding like Nick Cage and long legs. It's not
yeah.
helpful. Hello, welcome to the film section.
Hell
Hello.
yeah.
Me and Mark have talked a little bit about Eyes Wide Shut, aka like why the fuck have I not seen this movie in the 2 decades plus it's been out?
I
Uh,
am more on the side of I very sure I watched this when it like first came out on video, and I was like, "Oh, that was fucking stupid." But I absolutely did not get what the fuck I was watching at that time. And
dude,
Yeah.
I think
incredible thing,
you
incredible fucking movie.
I
Yeah.
think though, like it's like you said, if you see it as a kid, like you might be bored watching it. But if you see it
Yeah,
as any male adult who's been in a serious relationship, who's ever had that like argument with his girl before, like maybe not to that extreme, or maybe even worse, like can relate like to this
I mean
movie.
that shit was pretty dramatic, honestly. That part when she was talking to him, like, all right, they're laying it the fuck on. Like, this conversation in real life would just go without like the theatrics. It would just be a fucking chat.
Someone would hear it would
I mean, there
either
would definitely
end.
be some tension, but they like put extra drama into that.
Well, dude, it would either end in like violence or it would end in one of them walking out if they you know what I mean? Like it gets pretty like I've never sat there for like 2 straight minutes while someone like badgered me without like responding once, like with a
Dude,
look of like, how dare you?
the genius part in that was the camera cuts because every time she said something, like said a sentence, it would go to his reaction right away.
hmm
And that part was good, but like I don't know, her telling the story, she was overacting it, I think. It seemed
Well,
like.
so it was to me it was like when it started, it actually like it felt like a very real conversation.
Yeah.
Um then like yeah, towards the end it kind of got a little bit like she like psychologically cucked him
Yes.
and it was like it was
This is the
really
ultimate cuck movie.
What
it's
what's
so
fucked up
odd.
is like that during that whole story it almost she was like gonna laugh and shit. Like I was like, she's about to fucking burst out laughing.
What yeah, it's I mean it was just really okay. So um this was it this was a movie that I had seen in like pieces, I think. I never sat and watched the entire movie from start to finish.
Hmm.
And I've never seen a movie where like it feels like on paper not that much is happening, yet when you're watching it it's so like enthralling. Um but it's also like a movie that just feels like like after I watched it, I looked up like just on YouTube videos about it, and there are so many different theories and ideas about Nicole Kidman's character. Like, did she know? Was she a part of it? Was she at that like masquerade party? Um, the ending of the movie, which like we'll talk more about in a little bit, but a lot of people think that like the ending is them like giving their daughter away. in that toy store. Um, yeah, and it's a
What?
popular theory. It's a really
I'm
crazy movie.
it's Mark, you're gonna have to elaborate on that at the end of this because I've never heard that theory.
No, so
I
at the
mean,
end of the
I actually
movie,
like the way it ended up. She's like, first we have to fuck. Like,
but if you watch the end of the movie, they're walking through the toy store and their daughter like kind of runs down an aisle and these two guys like follow after her and they're like two guys that were from the party in the beginning of the movie and they like follow after her and
Oh,
then just Tom
okay.
Cruise and Nicole Kidman just like stop and she's like we need to fuck or whatever.
hmm.
Well,
I didn't notice that.
I
Okay,
didn't notice that either. I mean,
that's
it's
interesting.
Stanley Kubrick, so I don't know. Like, I the whole thing I took away from that is Tom Cruise wasn't necessarily like a bad guy, like you know what I mean, but he
He
and
got
here's
too
this is
serious.
the other thing I took away. Like Nicole Kidman, like she had the opportunity in the beginning of the movie to fuck that dude who looked like the Del Sacchi's commercial, the most interesting man in the world. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
dude,
yeah, yeah.
that fucker had game. Holy shit.
Yeah, he
What do you
was.
call it though? Like they seemed faithful to each other though. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, as much shit as they talked, they were still faithful to each other.
I mean, the only
So,
reason Tom Cruise wasn't faithful is he dodged like the HIV bullet. It was like by
Yeah.
it
The
was like by pure luck. Like he was about to bang that girl, and then his wife called him, and
mhm.
then the next time he went there, he found
yeah,
out the news.
found out she had HIV. But the thing is, though, like, yes, that did happen, but that's what I took away from the ending of the movie is that they still
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
they
for sure.
loved each other and like as much
Yeah,
as two people can because it's real love in real life. It's like it's kind of ugly as shit.
they
You know
showed
what I
these
mean?
they showed these kinds of instances a lot during the movie. Like in the beginning, that older guy was trying to get Nicole Kidman, and he got pretty close. And then those two girls were gonna take Tom Cruise away, and he was like, he got pulled away. But at the end of the day, they were both faithful to each other.
It's like yeah, they came this close, but at the end of the day, they're like but
They're like, this is like
you I
flirting to the edge is very fun, and now we're gonna stop.
yeah, it's a very intricate and very fucked up love story.
Yeah.
Eyes wide shut. Uh, Mark, your thoughts?
So my thoughts on the movie just as a whole is it is a very like un everything about the movie is just very uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Um the obviously the party is super uncomfortable, the score or the music playing in the background. Um the costume shop is really gross because the first time you go in and it's clearly like an act where the father is kind of testing Tom Cruise. I feel like, like is he cool or is he not with
Yeah.
the two guys like finding the two guys with his daughter and then makes a comment about how she's underage. And then the next day when he comes back and returns the costume and the daughter's like standing next to him being like kind of
And
like
then those and
gross.
then those two dudes pop
Yeah.
out like nothing happened. They're like, all right, we'll see you
Yeah.
later, bud.
Yeah,
Well,
and it's super gross.
I
Yeah, it's
laughed
weird.
like initially when he opened up because I was laughing when like the he opened up and there was just like some guy like that, and then you see like an underage girl come up. You're like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah,
this, like
it's
shit. Like what
super
the hell?
Now that I
super
think
gross.
about it, now that I think about it, I think he was trafficking his daughter.
Oh, he definitely was. I think that's what
Because
they
Yeah,
were
I think
showing.
it was maybe some sort of signal. Because then they all acted like, oh
Mhm.
no, please don't be mad at me,
Yeah.
like they
yeah, and
knew
he
each
had to.
other. But then the next day it was like a business transaction, you know,
Yeah.
Well, also we had to pay him like how much just to like go in there and get a costume.
Well,
two
yeah.
hundred
Uh,
I
dollars
mean,
over the rental price.
yeah.
yeah, it was that in itself is kind of sketchy.
I mean, up
Um,
until it being gross, I thought that guy was super cool.
well, I don't know. I mean,
Who?
I think every,
I've seen that guy in other stuff before.
Hmm.
yeah, I think everyone in the movie is kind of gross. It's just a matter of like what level, because even like the doctor, um, is gross because in the beginning of the movie, it's super quick when they say the girl who like ODs in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Um, and Tom Cruise helps her, and then the doctor looks at her and is like we almost lost you there, kiddo, or something like that.
yeah,
And it's like it's the verbiage is very clear that like oh, and that it's again it's also like someone who is either trafficked or is just in like sex work. Um,
yeah.
and so it's just that part's gross. And then I think she was also the woman at the party that like kind of saved Tom Cruise.
Oh, she definitely
Yeah.
was.
Right, that
Well, I
was her,
thought,
right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say, isn't that
Yeah, yeah.
implied that she was?
yeah. I figured that
Gonna
was.
say,
I think, I think even that dude almost gave it away when, like, at the end when he was telling Tom Cruise, like, yeah, I was at that party and shit.
Oh yeah,
I think he kind of gave it away without saying it.
yeah, yeah.
well, dude,
Um,
he has like a demeanor too of like, oh, what the fuck were you doing there? So like he's
Dude,
almost like a dad scolding like his
dude
son.
was,
It's
dude
like, you
was
know what I
just,
yeah,
mean? Like,
dude was just annoyed about the whole thing.
yeah,
He was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
dude, it sounded like Hank Hill yelling at Bobby. What the hell were you thinking? Like, you know,
but it. I mean, it was also when he was yelling at him when he was like, I could tell you the names of those people. I'm not gonna tell you, but I think if I did, like, you wouldn't sleep as well at night. And it's like that going on also with the conspiracies just surrounding the movie in general.
Hmm.
It's like it makes the movie so much more creepy to me.
Yeah.
again,
Like
like
the movie
you
feels like
you
a
can say
horror
like, oh,
movie.
it's just Kubrick, but like, dude, Kubrick fucking big of an asshole as he was a fucking brilliant artist, like when it came to filmmaking.
Oh, he's
So
great, dude. He would tell you stuff, and then he would leave stuff to your mind. He would leave stuff to your
Mhm.
imagination, and
yeah,
for you to figure out.
Yeah,
Or it would just be so it would be subtle, and you just pick it up. You know.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's probably shit in his movies that, well, any filmmaker, but like big shit that like only he's like understood or saw or noticed. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the the fact that there's from what I've read, there's like 25 minutes or so of this movie that were were somehow cut. Um,
That is a rumor.
is like I keep seeing it pop up, and because Kubrick died not long after they finished filming the movie, it was
Yeah.
like he didn't get final edit. Um,
Someone someone said that this the cut that we see is what uh Kubrick they screened it before he died or something, and that what we have is what it was. So
that's what it was supposed to be.
yeah,
Okay, all right. Well, that makes
I
sense.
was actually just reading about that today. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, I mean it's a fascinating movie, and it
Hmm.
like as you said, like it's because it's Kubrick, you can take the movie in a million different directions.
Hmm.
Um, where like where would you guys place this on your list of Kubrick favorites?
I,
I think
to
I've
be
only
honest,
seen 3 Kubrick movies.
Hmm?
with I yeah, like
So
I was
I've
gonna say,
only
I,
seen
I
like
don't,
3 movies.
yeah, I don't know a lot of his movie. Like I know The Shining. I
Yeah,
know,
I've seen
you know,
that.
like everybody does. Like, but he's not like somebody like I like seen enough movies to rank his movies. Like, if I was gonna do a top four, I'd probably only know four.
That's fair.
But you know
Okay,
what I
so then
mean? Like,
I'll rephrase the question. So if it was if you were hanging out with your friends and someone was like, I want to watch the better Kubrick movie, and it's between The Shining or Clockwork Orange or 2001 or Eyes Wide Shut, which one
fuck,
would you
I mean,
choose
maybe
out of those four?
it's depending it because if you said Clockwork Orange, you're in for an equally fucked up, or not actually Clockwork Orange. It's a lot more fucked up than Eyes Wide Shut in a lot of ways. Not saying that Eyes Wide Shut isn't fucked up, but it doesn't have like a
Clockwork Orange is
graphic.
more visceral. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like visceral.
Yeah.
Uh, they're both like equally disturbing, but in different ways. But I think Eyes Wide Shut might be even just recently seeing it. The one I'd recommend just because it's such a unique like. It's like, how do you describe the plot of this movie?
Yeah.
Like, man gets cut or man gets cucked. Man infiltrates the Illuminati. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a wild
Guy,
movie,
dude,
and it takes
dude
place
just
in
was
such a short
like,
amount of time.
dude was just like, oh shit, my wife almost cucked me. I have to find myself. And he just like became a fucking detective. He was like, you know
Well,
what? I'm solving the world's problems now.
well,
Yeah.
that's like a genuine like. That's why, and this is probably actually one of my favorite Tom Cruise roles. But like,
Definitely.
Oh,
I
did we
don't
lose
know.
him? Oh, there he
He
is.
doesn't. He doesn't seem like 100% bad. You know what I mean? Like he's like
Not in the
50.
movie, no.
No, but like
No, in
He's
the
not as
movie he just
shitty.
kind of stumbles
He's
into it.
not as
he's
shitty as everyone else.
he's shady. But like this is like one of the few movies too that acknowledge the fact that like he's like a little guy, like when he gets punked out by like that group of guys, and the one
Yeah.
guy's like, dude, I have shit bigger than you. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it
He told
actually
him
like
he told
acknowledges
him to
it.
move back to San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's crazy work.
Um so with I'm wondering maybe we should save this for the end. Um yeah, actually we'll save it for the end cuz there's two
Okay.
movies that I did want to talk about um, because of what the overall topic is, because of everything that's going on in the world today. Um, I figured, two movies that have no relevancy to anything happening are Eyes Wide Shut and Blink Twice. Um, and so, uh, talked about Eyes Wide Shut for a little bit. We'll circle back to that. But I do want to talk about Blink Twice, actually, also. And Corey, I know you and I watched, you watched it last night, and I also watched it last night. I ended up buying it. Um, Chris, when was the last time you watched Blink Twice?
Uh, it came on Prime a few months ago.
Well, it was available to buy or rent, but like it literally like a couple days ago became available for free.
Yeah, it was on something for free or what some app, and I watched it. I know that
Well, either way, I mean
Yeah,
it's
we've
somewhat
all
fresh.
we've all
Like I
recently
remember
seen
it.
it.
I actually remember it.
yeah,
It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
Not in a
it,
good way.
it, it takes a turn, boy. Whew.
yeah.
Yeah,
So what?
Jesus.
So what are? I'll say. I'll ask overall thoughts of Blink Twice because it's the first movie that I've ever watched that comes with a like an actual trigger warning and
Yeah,
actually like it kind of needs that trigger warning, I feel like, as
yeah,
opposed
because
to like
they
some
go
horror
Yeah,
full
movies.
on, man.
Yeah.
Like
dude,
they
when
don't
they
hold
sh
back in this one.
dude, when they show shit, it comes so fucking out of nowhere, and it's so like in your face and horrific.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean? Like like there's a scene like halfway when like because she's slowly remembering what happened to her on the island each time, but like I think it's like towards the end she remembers like a whole like it's like a fucking horror show, dude. It's like it,
Yeah.
scarier than most like quote unquote horror movies,
I mean, the whole movie has this building tension where it's like you as the viewer, like you know that shit's gonna like you know that it's gonna be bad, and
I was
so
just like,
it's
wow, they're having a lot of fun.
yeah.
Well,
No.
Channing Tatum's good at
Oh, he's
like
great.
he's yeah, like he's really good in this movie, but he's great at like convincing her that he's just like, oh, I'm just kind of a down to earth guy, but like every serial killer in history has had that same, you know what I mean? Like it's like a Ted Bundy archetype, like where
Yeah.
he's like secretly just kind of like fucking fucked in the head, dude, even though he comes off as normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that's like
He flips a
honestly like one
switch
of the
too, like at the end when he's like when everything's unraveling, he's like getting talked to by his mom or whatever, and
oh yeah, yeah.
he's acting wild. He's a little nutty.
Dude, I noticed Gina Davis in it too. Like I haven't seen her
Yes,
in
yeah.
ages.
Yeah.
Well, dude, like that's
He was crazy.
it, at
Can't
first
believe
like
it.
she just seems like some kind of like out of it like but you find out that she has been like living here so long and seen all these things that it's fucked her up basically. So she
Yeah.
just, drinks and takes drugs all day.
Can't
Well,
believe the kid from the Sixth Sense is committing sexual crimes.
Yeah. I mean,
Haley Joel Osment has had a wild career in his adult life.
Yeah, dude.
dude, good for him though. You know what I mean?
I
Because
mean,
I've never seen anything that he's been in being like, oh man, he sucked in that. You know what I mean?
no, I mean, in every one of his adult movies, it feels like he's kind of like a pathetic loser that thinks he's cooler than he is.
He
Like that's
kind of
kind
looks like one.
that's
Like,
kind of that's kind of every character that he plays,
I think it
right?
I think it works for him.
he fits the mold.
I think it works for him.
Such a
He
specific
literally
archetype, but
looks
it
he literally looks like
Hey,
a guy who would act that way.
hey, kid from the Sixth Sense, you're gonna grow up to look like a fucking homeless guy on the street.
oh my god.
Hey kid from
Oh,
the Sixth Sense, you're gonna look like you have Benjamin Button disease.
yeah. Hey, kid from the Sixth Sense, you're gonna look like you're on a watch list by the time you're fucking 22.
He looks like he works from home as an IT specialist.
He looks,
He has
his
an
face lit,
extensive
dude.
he has an
His
extensive
face,
Magic the Gathering collection.
his face literally looks like 50% of like hand drawn fucking wanted posters. he looks Dude, he looks like someone buried the actual Haley Joel Osment in the pet cemetery and it came back. Okay. All right, I'm done shitting on Haley Joel Osment.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
We don't hate Haley Joel Osment. This just happened. I'm sorry.
Haley
Um,
Joel Osment shows up at my door tomorrow. Got some shit to say, bitch?
Yeah, dude, he's showing up like Jane Silent Bob in fucking Strike Back. Like, are you such and such from the film section podcast? Did you quote say that I looked like I buried myself and came back from the pet cemetery? Yes, that was me. Kicks you square in the balls.
Uh,
Leaves.
shit.
all right.
Wait till life,
Anyways,
everybody. Woo!
anyway,
Okay.
on the Haley Joel Osment podcast.
The cast for this movie in general is very uh interesting to say the least. Between Channing Tatum, Haley Joel Osment, Christian Slater, um,
Oh yeah.
Simon Rex, like,
Yeah.
and then Gina Davis, like it's a very strange. And isn't the guy from Twin Peaks, isn't he in it? Like briefly?
Kyle McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I
Yeah.
recognize him. Like,
Yeah, he
Simon Rex, you mean Dirt Nasty?
yeah, dude.
um
Simon Rex, like, he's.
he's
I'm trying to
had
think of
a
like the best way to put him. Like, I do like him and stuff. I think he's funny,
he's
like and
just,
stuff. I think he's.
he's been
Have you
like
guys ever
outed to
seen the
be a
movie? Have you
scumbag.
guys ever seen the movie Red Rocket?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Dude,
yeah,
he was
like he
fucking.
he
Dude, he
can
was
act.
excellent in that movie.
Yeah, he's a capable actor, but he's like great at playing these kind of sketchball roles. Like he almost remind you ever see like Jason Miller, the MMA fighter, like how he acts in real life? It's like, dude, this guy's sketchy as fuck.
He had. He was in that. He was on that Pete Davidson show on NBC or Peacock.
Oh yeah.
He was on an episode of that show, and he just kept calling. He kept going crispy.
Yeah,
He's pretty cool.
that
I
guy's
love
got
love
problems.
good old Simon Rex.
Yeah. But I don't know, I like Simon Rex. Like he was even in like some crappy vampire movie from Jesus Christ, like the early 2000s. I
Dude
remember
was.
called The Forsaken.
Oh yeah.
It's a terrible
Dude,
movie, but like
dude was an
yeah,
MTV VJ. And
yes,
he's
okay, that's where he
also
started.
and now he's like a rat. He raps. He acts. It's a weird. He's got the weirdest career, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um but and then this movie is also directed by Zoe Kravitz. I'm pretty sure this was her directorial debut.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
I was surprised by that.
yeah, fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
The two
Like, I
things
mean, no, sorry.
the thing that I want to say about both these movies, Eyes Wide Shut and Blink Twice, is like the cinematography and like colors for both these movies is like fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Like visually, these movies are spectacularly shot.
Well, it's that's the thing. It's like they're beautiful movies. Everything is beautiful. Even like the freaking like orgy shit going on in Eyes Wide Shut. That's like beautifully shot.
Mhm.
Uh, but same thing with Blink Twice. But the thing is, like, it's beautifully shot, but there are like in certain scenes like horrifying things happening. You know what I mean? Or
Oh yeah.
more so with Eyes Wide Shut, uncomfortable things happening. But I think viscerally, Eyes Wide Shut, like, yeah, visually, I think it shows more. Like Eyes Wide Shut implies more, but Blink Twice, like definitely shows you a little, like almost too much. It's like very uncomfortable. Like it's even watching it as a guy, like I can't imagine like being a woman watching this.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
It's like a horror version of Epstein Island.
I so I am going to stop and then call you guys back. And then Corey, that is a perfect segue into the overall topic that this
Oh,
episode is about.
hello.
Hi. Welcome back.
We we would like to apologize to Haley Joel Osment for the last segment. It's not your fault. You look like a manager at GameStop.
Uh,
I knew that would make Chris laugh. All right, what's up?
All right.
Mark's too good. Mark's too good for the lowbrow humor. All right.
Um so I did want to talk about um obviously everything that has happened in the last couple of weeks has been crazy. Um I think it's also super crazy that everyone's kind of moving on pretty quickly from it all.
Well,
Um,
dude, they are dropping the alien files.
yeah, they are dropping the alien files. Um, there are still millions of files that need to be released.
Yeah.
Um, and there wasn't as much outrage, I think, I guess, as I would have thought from
There kind of wasn't.
their, you know, I heard from a lot of people that were like, you know, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Um, some people were like, you know, I want to protect my peace. Some people were like, you know, oh, I'm dealing with too much to deal with that. And
Do you
it's like,
think it's like a do you think it's like a societal like denial?
I think it's more so just complacency. Um, you know, I think that and don't get me wrong, how the files were released was messy and chaotic, and um, it's just such a, there's so much like insane, horrendous shit in there mixed in with a whole bunch of just nothing. Like there's one page that's it's like Queen Latifah's like IMDb page. It's just
Yeah.
there's so much like worthless garbage in these
Well,
files.
it goes from 0 to 100 basically.
Yeah, and
You're
it's
saying.
like every other thing is like 0 to 100. It just, and that's the thing is like so many people are implicated. It's, you know, you need the files to be broken down and really deciphered and not redacted nearly to the level that they are. Still keep the victims redacted. Like
Yeah.
a lot of them ended up getting unredacted, but a certain couple of people's names never, you know, never got unredacted, which was bullshit. Um, and
Um,
Well, here's the thing. Like, there's people on that list that they literally just mentioned they recommend like comedians. Like, there's
yeah,
like 20 of them on the list
yeah,
that they're just recommendations. They weren't like had they never met him before. Like, there's comedians
yeah,
like Legion of Skanks. I don't, me and Chris are familiar with it, but like they even made jokes that Big J Okerson and Louis J Gomez were
oh yeah,
mentioned in the. They were like,
yeah.
can you? Well, dude, the dude Dave Smith's like, could you imagine a scenario where like they're hanging out at the mansion? Like
well,
it's so
Dude was
fucking
like,
like
they had like a guest on, and they were like, "Hey, how does it feel to be hanging out with some guys that are on the Epstein files?"
yeah, it's like. But here's the thing, that's like uh, their names were just mentioned, but
Yeah,
everybody else's name or not everybody else, but like some of the names on there have to be,
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, there's a handful of people that are um actually horrible people, and then there's other people that are just mentioned that could also be lumped in, and then there's also certain people that like maybe knew him on this level but didn't know him on that level, and so it's all just a mess. And I think that's on purpose, and I think because it was so messy and so chaotic that one, some people didn't know or didn't care enough to want to sift through it, and then I think another group of people just didn't, you know, they're so complacent. Like we heard, I think it was it Bondi that said like if everyone on that list was actually named, it would like destroy our government as we know it or something like that, right?
yeah. She says there'd be like three people left.
Yeah. And it's
yeah.
like I think that was actually kind of true. I think that,
Mhm.
and because it was just treated as like a passing trend, like so many other things are, um, that people aren't going to really care about this anymore. And I think that's really weird to me because I feel like this is something that like really should be taken with like the anger and the sadness that it should. Um, but I think it also is something that if you, you know, if you read the files, if you try to get more information, if you try to do some sort of revolt or anything, you get rid of the complacency, you get rid of a lot of the art that you probably love because I mean, like one of my favorite movies, as I'm sure is both of yours, is like Rush Hour. You love Rush Hour. It's a
Oh,
fun, it's a fun buddy cop movie. Every time I see directed by Brett Ratner, I'm like,
yeah,
ew.
Brett Ratner.
I'm like, oh, that's fucking gross. Anytime I watch a movie that's made by the Weinstein Company, I'm like, fuck.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Brett Ratner was a hands-on director. The
Mm.
Weinsteins were producers. Or I
Yeah,
know
but
And they
they're
one was
fucked
also
up.
hands-on
They fucked up a
producers.
lot of. They also fucked up a lot of movies that were could have been a lot better
Yeah,
yeah. Well, here's the thing.
refusing.
Like it's about it's not even with them, it's not even about separating the art from the artist, you know what I mean? Like, because
hmm,
there's been horrible like people that have created like great films, but at the same time with the Weinsteins, they produced movies, they paid for them, they made choices for, you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
not the same thing as like being the one who like shot it and like freaking the
I mean, at
actors
least I
and
don't gotta. At least I don't have to look at them. You know.
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
And he looks like someone who, or Harvey Weinstein, he looks like someone who has his reputation like would look like, you know what I mean? Like he looks like a slightly taller version of like Frank from It's Always Sunny. It's like, but like, here's the thing though, like when it comes to their movies though, Dimension Films, like I'm not gonna apologize for loving Scream or fucking like any even like The Faculty and like From Dusk
Nah,
Till Dawn, like fucking
it's
I'm not gonna apologize for liking their like the movies they produced.
no,
Like
oh,
no,
it's not even that. It's just like you. Everybody's gonna. I mean, if it's a classic, people and somebody likes it, they're not gonna stop watching it
yeah, not at
because
all.
of that.
It's just,
Like
it's just, it puts like a black, like it puts like a dark smudge
you
on.
just see, it's just like when you see their, it's like you see the in the credits when it's like produced by Bob and Harvey Weinstein. You just
you
in
always in
like
your mind, yeah.
you're
Yeah,
just like,
You always go to that.
yeah,
yeah.
Like it's like ah
and I
fuck.
think that for a lot of people, it's I don't think a lot of people want to watch a Chris Tucker movie and have this knowledge that Chris Tucker was on the island playing in the back of their mind when they're watching it. I think a lot of people are very
Yeah,
I say
it's
complacency because a lot of people don't want to change their immediate world. It's like they fully know what's happening around them, but it's like if it's going to disrupt my way of living, um, then I don't want to be bothered. And so when it comes to entertainment and when it comes to movies, like how do you think something like this with all these different entertainers kind of being implicated and if more were to come out, like yeah, like if it's proven somehow that like Chris Tucker or Haley Joel Osment, because we've been dunking on him all episode.
yeah.
Let's say Haley Joel Osment, if he were for some reason heavily involved in the files, would you still be able to watch a movie like Secondhand Lions, The Sixth Sense, fucking
Well,
I
it's kind of like, dude, it's kind of like, can you still watch that 70 shows after or that 70 show after
Danny
knowing what
Masterson?
Danny Henderson did?
I'm
Masterson.
just for these
Mm.
sorts of people. I'm not. I mean, it just means I'm not going to go out of my way to watch the movie again. Like if
Well,
I watch
yeah,
it, I watch it, but I'm not going to be like, oh man, I should watch that.
ap- appreciate the memory of it without like, because, dude, there's so many movies that we watch that you don't know who how or with like there's an impossible amount of actors and people involved in like each movie that like so how do we know what they actually did but just didn't get caught for,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know what
think
I mean?
I
very
don't think
true.
Chris Tucker. I don't
Like
think Chris Tucker did
it's
anything
got to be
wrong.
like yeah I'm not saying he did anything wrong, I just mean like in general like
There was like a conversation about Chris Tucker being in the files or whatever, and that like people that know him are just like, yeah, he's just a really friendly guy and just wants to be friends with everybody. Like
Yeah.
he was like you would just see him in pictures with everybody
Yeah,
because he's just a like super friendly guy. Like he always is at like every party and shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like I don't
like
know.
you don't, you'll never know. Like honestly, like
True, that's true.
that's a sad part about it. You'll, like I said, it could be endless the amount of like,
So
people that have done that.
I guess my next question is then, what do you see? Like, do you see the future of entertainment changing at all as more stuff develops on the files, or do you think it's just going to be the same?
Uh, it's probably gonna normalize itself again after a while. Like
Judging by
unfortunately,
what has happened so far, nothing. No one's gonna
yeah.
get in
I
trouble.
mean,
No one's gonna get
it's
in trouble from
unfortunate.
this. Like,
I'm sure more people will be on call for certain shit. Uh, like there's like celebrities every day that I've never even, or actors every day that like I never even heard of that are like getting canceled and shit or getting
Yeah.
in trouble. So
I mean, publicly people can be like, "Oh, I'm not fucking with that guy," but like
yeah,
criminally, I don't think anything's gonna happen to anybody.
I mean, would you
criminally
could you
speaking.
ever see a future just could you see a future in which there is almost a boycott of Hollywood?
I think it's, you're talking about a multi-billion dollar industry. So I could see that like happening, and like that sounds more like a plot of a movie than something that would ever actually like fucking happen. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like
truth can be
this
stranger than
summer,
I think
Seth Rogen presents The Boycott.
I
Uh,
think I think Hollywood will die before it gets boycotted.
yeah, it's too. I don't know. It's like you can't boycott the. I mean, probably you technically could, but like can't like boycott a dictator. You know what I mean? Hello.
that.
Oh, sorry. No, you know
People are
what I
trying.
mean? Like it's
People
like
are trying
there's
to.
no.
It's gonna take some revelations if that were to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's too. It's that's what I'm talking about by the dictator thing. It's like it's
Some
too
big time
big.
shit.
Like you could, but there's not. I don't think there's enough people that would boycott it. And the close, and it kind of was boycotted though. Like during the years following the pandemic. Like now, like Marvel movies make a lot less. Like I know the fucking incels that go to Minecraft movies, like that
Yeah, I
movie
mean
made like a lot of money.
that's not necessarily as much of a boycott as much as it's people being worried about COVID and people not enjoying the theater experience as much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, like with Hollywood kind of going the way it is, and the fact that AI is now jumping into everything, which is very scary. Um, like, do you think that like again, more and more people are kind of being outed and more like maybe not necessarily boycotting Hollywood, but I could see maybe a boycott of like the major studios. Like I could see
Yeah.
like we've already kind of seen a resurgence in like indie productions, namely like
Yeah.
like Neon and A24, but I could definitely see, especially with these giant conglomerate production companies kind of swallowing everything up now. Um, like I could see maybe not necessarily a boycott, but something pretty close where we see a renaissance in indie cinema.
you could. I mean, that could be a positive in it. And if you're talking about like boycotting Hollywood, period, like I see maybe certain studios. Like I can see like especially with what are they? Studio Canal that made or produced the Scream movies?
Oh,
That
Spyglass.
Yeah,
Spyglass,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why people would boycott them, but I know they're a smaller studio, but I could see like maybe like on a small level it being boycotted enough for it to be like annoying enough for them to,
Hmm.
uh,
Oh, speaking of
maybe
that,
get their shit together.
guys, I finally watched Scream 6.
Finally,
Yeah, because the first time I tried to watch it, I watched
And
the first 20 minutes and I was like, this is dumb. And I
I
turned it
I
off.
like Scream 6.
I don't. It was
No,
not good. I wasn't wrong. It was not good.
dude, like what my biggest problem with that was? I knew like almost like 20 minutes in like who at least two of the killers were.
Yeah, in
Yep. It's
the
like
the
you kill my kids, I kill you. And he stares like
Scream
directly at the girl. It's like, okay, so you're the killer. So all right.
Scream 5 was the one I knew in like the first 15 minutes. I knew who the killer or killers were.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think that's my biggest issue with those two, but like it was just ugh.
I
so are
like
you
that it
Too
more
was a
much
excited
little
for Scream 7 then?
too much bad acting in one movie, and there was way too much dialogue going on. Way
here's
too
the
much
thing.
fucking dialogue. Dude, I was gonna
I
fucking pass out like 3 times on this movie because they were just like blah, 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 blah.
No, here's the thing. I do like the two lead sisters. I love the fact that it was a little bloodier and gorier than the normal like Scream movie. It had like, it
Yeah, there was
genuinely
nothing
had
wrong.
some
Yeah,
good
there was
gore
nothing wrong
moments.
with that stuff at all. No.
And I love the badass scene at the end where like the girl like puts on like the Scream costume and she's like because she's Billy's daughter and like
Yeah,
fucking goes
Yeah,
berserk on him. That was cool. I agree though. It wasn't as good as Scream 5
I
story
did.
writing. Yeah,
in my opinion.
I did think it
But yeah,
was. I did think it was pretty awesome that Ghostface did not give a fuck. He just like they were in a convenience store. He was just fucking people up. I'm like, okay. I
yeah,
was like, I
like
guess we're
that's
just out here.
yeah,
We're just out
again,
here
like
going
it's
crazy.
if you're a fan of the Scream movies, it's absolutely worth a watch. But like also my favorite part of that movie was Jenna Ortega when before she like stabs the one dude, she's like, now you can die a virgin. Like
Oh
that was
yeah.
fucking that was badass.
yeah. Um, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
We
sorry.
I'm
we
excited for
literally
Scream 7.
we
Sorry about
literally
that.
went from a political conversation to Scream 6.
Yeah,
Sorry, I heard the spyglass thing and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I watched Scream 6.
Yeah.
yeah.
Welcome to the film section.
Yeah. I mean, people wanted to boycott Spyglass and Scream 7 specifically because of Melissa Barrera getting fired. Um,
Oh yeah, the cucking
I do
for
remember.
the internet, the shady, cloudy, weird cucking for Israel thing that we do. I don't know what that's about.
It's not worth
Like,
like
dude,
destroying
dude, do you
or
see the
like
shit
like
where
throwing someone under the
we're
fucking
it's
bro, we're
brutal.
out here threatening Iran for no apparent reason.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you the reason. Israel. What is the fucking deal, dude?
I don't know. It's scary though. It's really scary. Like I don't get it. Um, I don't understand what our country's deal with Israel is. I don't know what sort of
That makes
money
me
they
crazy.
have in our country or what sort of shit they got on us, but
I'm at a loss. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, Iran. What is the point of going after Iran? Their nuclear program is obliterated.
Yeah, like why like
They're not fucking doing anything.
yeah. I haven't heard of Iran in heard about Iran in so long. Like
It's been a
why?
few years.
Well, it's like digging up the past, like, oh, what worked in the past to, you know, to get attention. It's like, okay,
Well, I mean,
so
that's kind of what it almost feels like. It feels like it feels like we're almost getting overloaded with so much that I don't think we as a society can take it. So it's like now it's almost like what weird conspiracy scandal cover up thing do you want to actively investigate? It's now become niche. And it's like that's what scandal and cover up
what
that you
what would
follow
have
is like a niche thing.
Dude, what would have put somebody in like or ruined their career and put possibly like put them in prison like 10 to 20 years ago? Nowadays, when it gets like fucking revealed, it's like, well, it's like, what do you
Oh,
know? Like it's
Yeah.
oh,
it's
that
almost like,
sucks.
like move
Or
on.
you'd be like Bill Gates, like, hey, my bad, guys.
Well, Bill Gates is supposed to have his he's supposed to testify, I think, in like a couple of days.
That's
Um
another thing. If this even ever really blows up, everyone's just gonna testify to save their own lives.
well, I'm hoping I don't think this will happen, but I want to be optimistic and think that Clinton is going to go up there and basically just blow the roof off. Like I'm hoping that he's either he's going down anyway, so he's just going to bring everyone else down too, or because he looks very unhealthy that maybe he's kind of on like his last days here and he's just like, you know what, as my final act, I'm just as some form of some kind of retribution, I'm just gonna blow the lid off. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a lot of bullshit, but I would
Yeah,
like to
That would be
hope.
interesting to see happen.
It would be
that'd be
amazing.
that'd be pretty
Like,
sick.
well, here's the thing, like not to get too political here, but like Hillary Clinton, like
We already have.
she wait, what?
Said we already have.
Oh. Uh, but like Hillary Clinton, like she used to be a attorney, and there's literally a video of her like bragging about how she let a child predator off, like, or she got him off, like at a trial, like, and she was like happy and bragging about it and shit. Like, so that with like mixed with some other things, like I don't think she's great. And Bill Clinton, like, I don't get me wrong, like I totally would have voted for Bill Clinton in '96, but like, no, I said that last time, but yeah, it's like the same thing. Like, there's something about the guy. It's like, okay, if he was into some shady shit, then I'd be, wouldn't be shocked about it.
I think that's the thing is like if it's like if Bill Clinton is a freak, everyone's gonna be like, yeah, we know Bill Clinton's a freak.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's what I mean. It's like if
so it's
it's like
like,
Louis C.K. Like if he's weird, he's
yeah.
weird.
And so, like, if Bill Clinton goes in and testifies and is like, "Yeah, I'm a freak," so is he, so is he, so is he, so is he, I'd be like, "All right, cool." I
Yeah.
don't think anything
oh,
else will come out from that, though.
Well,
Even
here's the thing.
Bill.
There's a line you have to draw between like, okay, if you're just like a weird freak, or if you are you like the movie we were just talking about, like level of fucking freak. Like, there is a difference between just being like a weird guy at a party and being like a fucking full on predator.
yeah,
Mhm.
So, there's a line you have to deduce between like whoever, of all the names on the list, like, okay, who are they just mentioning, who actually went there, and who full on like embraced the whole Epstein culture or whatever the fuck was going on there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, it's what's there's like that Always Sunny clip, right, with uh Frank, where he's like, I was on the island, but I wasn't on that part of the island. I was looking at this, I was like snorkeling or something, wasn't it? Like,
he's like, I was snorkeling on the opposite side of the island.
yeah, like that's what it was. So it's like, so who was, so who was on that part, and then who were the ones snorkeling and didn't know
yeah. Who was? I want to know who was snorkeling and who wasn't.
yeah.
Oh, also, have you guys ever heard of a show called Evil? Like,
I've
it's
Yeah,
heard of it. I
streamed on
never
cable.
watched it though.
it's got the
There's
guy
like
that played the guy that played Luke Cage in it, right?
yeah, and it's like
Right.
it's about like a preacher that like or a preacher and a attorney that investigate crimes, but it has like a supernatural element to it. And there's an episode where they're talking to like this woman who's like actually like a real like psychic. They're questioning her though, and like the one guy who's kind of I forget his name. He's not
Oh,
the
Camille Nanjiani.
not he has that first first name, but I forget his name. He was on the Daily Show for a while, I think.
That's
Either
not
way, like
Kumail Nanjiani.
his his character might be, but like his character is kind of like a cynic, but they're all like spitfiring questions at the girl who's like presumably a psychic, and the one guy's like, "What actually happened, or what actually killed Jeffrey Epstein?" She just answers immediately like a pillow.
Well,
So
did you see now that there's fucking rumors going around that Epstein's still alive?
Oh
He's
yeah,
living in
yeah.
Israel.
I believe it. I mean, you
Uh,
don't know. There's too many. There's a lot of theories that go around
It's
so
wild.
it's
nowadays, but
so it's Tupac.
unfortunately,
So
some of them
so
are probably true.
Well, it's
Tupac's
wild.
alive, Elvis is alive, Biggie's alive, everybody's alive, dude.
Yeah.
Well, and AI just
Did he
makes
actually
everything
kill them
worse
all?
now too.
Oh yeah, AI is terrible, especially for stupid people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, even with ads, like you can notice immediately when they're like AI.
Oh
Yeah,
my God, for real,
but it is
Like,
getting,
dude,
but
it's
AI is getting better.
it is.
It is
Yeah,
getting better, and you can throw filters and stuff on it and make it not look so AI.
mm-hmm.
It's it's
yeah.
um, I mean, like we're gonna start seeing AI be integrated into movies, which I think is pretty shitty.
Yep.
Like I think AI is essentially like Internet 2.0, right? That's basically what I look at AI as. Is like a sequel to the internet. Um and I think that if you were trying to make a movie or something and you wanted to use AI as maybe like a storyboard or something,
Yeah.
sure, that's fine. Um, you know, that'll that would make the actual filming process probably go a little bit quicker, be a little bit smoother. That way, one production ends, you can make another production, you can keep movie productions going if, your pre-pro is kind of cut down a little bit by having um by having like storyboards and maybe like proof of concepts and stuff done in
Mm.
AI.
Do you think over time it would get cheaper too as AI improves? Like
I mean, AI is already relatively cheap, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
compared to like the
and if
man
you're
hours?
just doing something like storyboards, like it very cheap. And
Yeah.
again, with those storyboards, you could also mess with the lighting so that you know exactly what lighting you would want in your final shot. So I think if you utilize AI as a tool and a tool only, I don't
Mm.
have an issue with it.
Right.
But I just heard like Funko is making a movie and they're gonna utilize AI artwork, and that's fucked. Cause it's like that you don't.
Aren't they
I
dead
mean,
yet?
They should be. I fucking hate Funko, but
For
what
real.
here's the thing. What was the appeal of Funko Pops?
I don't know.
I just don't get it.
It
Like,
was just the sheer amount of licenses they were getting. Like,
Yeah.
you get a Funko of anything.
yeah, like yeah, I can get a fucking Iron Man that looks like Rocky Dennis. Like, fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we only got about like 8 minutes left. With AI, and I think I saw like Darren Aronofsky is making an AI movie, which hurt my soul. Um,
Ugh.
because
I
I
don't know
love
about
Darren
that.
Aronofsky. Like, what are you doing? Um, but obviously, we're going to get more and more AI integration in film. Um, what do you think that bodes for the future of film and
Oh,
you as a
absolute
viewer?
death. Absolute death of
It's
film.
here's the thing, it's a problem that's not gonna go away.
Nope.
I mean, here's the thing, like we were talking about Hollywood before, they need to make money. They need to, even nowadays, like a fucking $500 million, or a movie that makes that much, like is considered a
Yeah.
flop. Like,
And if,
are you fucking nuts? Like, they
and
need
if
to make money.
And if AI
And
is relatively cheap and movies aren't making that much money, guess what we're going to be switching to? And
yeah,
guess I'll
so
never be watching new movies ever.
I'd call it a lose-lose scenario.
Good thing I
Yeah,
have a lot of movies on my shelf.
same.
Yeah.
So
So,
on that note, we're gonna end this very dour.
yeah, sorry to leave you depressed.
Um, but
Sorry, guys, everything sucks.
yeah, the future of film is in shambles and our society is crumbling. Um, so next week,
Wait,
I don't know. Next week I'll find a fun movie for us to talk about.
we'll talk about Haley Joel Osment movies just to make it up to him.
Yeah, why not? Actually, fuck it. Let's talk about The Sixth Sense next week.
All right.
All right, cool.
It's not your fault, Haley Joel Osment. You look like a guy who hasn't talked to his kids in 3 months. Sorry, Jesus, that
Thank
was
you
bad.
to anyone. Jesus Christ, that was so mean. Thank
Yeah,
you to
sorry.
anyone.
Dude, what did this dude do to you, bro?
It's
God
so
I'm
damn.
you're
sorry. I
just
just like
attacking
making
him
these
so
jokes.
much.
Uh, yeah. Sorry, I
All
was
right,
swinging
well,
on
your penance, sir, is to watch The Sixth Sense.
Jesus Christ.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, we got a little very serious on this topics wise. We're usually just kind of jokey. So
yeah. We ran the gambit
yeah,
this
Switch it up.
episode. We
you
ran the
did.
gambit. Yeah. So yeah, next week, Sixth Sense. Thank you to anyone and everyone that watches, and I apologize on Corey's behalf to Haley Joel Osment.
Sorry.